Hi guys, it's Megan Mize here with the Perry Company.
And I'm Jerrod Cook.
And now that we've looked at the history of the Perry Company a little bit, we were going to take a look at some of the products that we produce here and what impact they have on the construction industry. So we'll just walk down the production line and I'm going to ask Jerrod some questions. So let's go. All right, Jerrod, so my first question, we're going to start off easy, is what's the most popular product that we produce here at the Perry Company?
Yeah, so we have a couple of different lines. We have the Fortress line, construction and agriculture. Construction is quickly becoming one of our main lines, if not the main line in the company. And so polycarbonate doors in construction make up the bulk of that, although we have other products that fall in that line.
Okay, so what do you think makes our polycarbonate stand out from others on the market?
So our core competency as a company since 1946 has been sheet metal working. And since 2019, roughly, what we've been able to do is combine our sheet metal core competency that's powder coated with the polycarbonate. And we make some really unique solutions for the different applications, whether that's track loader, excavator, dozer, for all the main brands.
Okay. And then what is a product that we produce here that maybe you think everyone in construction should have, like whether it's safety or just quality of work?
I would say there's two. One is our half-inch polycarbonate. Guys who are working out in the field need that protection, but it also helps with unscheduled downtime. If they're breaking glass, then they're losing money. Right. And not only money, but time as well. And then also we have the track lock, which is an innovative theft deterrent for track loaders and excavators, and even the mini track loaders that you ride behind. Really neat product that I feel like everybody should have.
All right. Okay, so now we've moved over to assembly while some of the guys are on break. And my next question is, when it comes to our polycarbonate, like you've been talking about, what makes it different than the OEM glass?
Right, so the OEM glass in most cases is going to be a 3/16 to 1/4 inch tempered glass. So when you hit it, it's going to bust into a million pieces, and we see that all the time. And so polycarbonate is just much more impact resistant, right? And so I referenced that it was 3/16 to 1/4 inch. The polycarbonate that we put in is typically 1/2 inch thick. And so I know I've shot it with a 40 caliber handgun from 25 yards, and I didn't penetrate through that. With that glass, it would have gone straight through. Yeah. And so you roughly have about 200 times stronger than glass is what polycarbonate typically is. And then we also have started to work with different thicknesses as well, from 3/4 inch all the way up to 1 1/4 inch for some different applications for some OEMs. So.
Okay, and then my last question is, overall, just all of our products, what do you think makes the Perry Company stand out from other manufacturers like us?
Sure. I would definitely say lead time is a big one, right? I've worked with some other polycarbonate suppliers in the past, and you could get quotes from 4 or 6 weeks. I've had some that are 2 months.
Right.
And so when you call the Perry Company, you're going to get a custom-made part that ships out in 3 to 5 business days. And in some cases, we'll go ahead and keep it on the shelf for higher volume items, so that we can ship it out for those emergency situations. So I would say one is lead time. The other is we're an American company based in Texas. When you call us, you get an American on the phone.
Right.
And we're going to help you through anything that you've got. Everything is designed, manufactured, and distributed right here in Waco, Texas. We're not trying to get this stuff from overseas at a low cost and who knows what quality.
Okay, so we've talked about the history of the Perry Company and we've been talking about the past, but what about the future? Like, what do you see in the future ahead for construction products at the Perry Company?
Yeah, it's a great question. I would say that we're going to continue to look to develop and to fill out our lines, right? So we have polycarbonate, we have the track lock security device, and then we have debris boots that helps with maintenance maintenance on some of the track loaders. And so for me, all of those we want to continue to design and develop for, and that way we're just continuing to be a one-stop shop for all of our customers.
Right. And can you tell us anything maybe for the development list in 2026 for construction?
Absolutely, yeah. We're going to end 25. We're going to be getting to some things a little bit earlier than I thought. Mm-hmm. And so specifically, we're going to be working on filling out our line in Takeuchi. Mm-hmm. We actually have a TB290 coming in, I think today, when we're going to start the design work on that. And then we're also going to start on Komatsu, and that'll be track loaders, excavators, and other opportunities that we see in that line. So that's going to be 2026, along with other iterations of the track lock and the debris boot to kind of bring that home. And then as always, we're going to be talking to our customers and seeing what other products they would like to see that maybe aren't readily available or don't even exist yet that we could design for.
If I was a customer, how could I reach out and maybe make a suggestion for something I wanted to see on the development list?
I think it's great to give us a call. And the more that we get calls on specific units, that's going to prioritize our development list. And so there's sometimes a guy has a one-off that we might sell 5 of, and we go, I don't know if we're going to quite get to that one. But if we hear enough people saying, hey, we need this, that's how a lot of our developments go, is by hearing from the field what the customers want, designing it, and then executing.
Okay. Well, like I said, if you missed the video on the history of the Perry Company, we'll link it down in the description so you can watch that. But other than that, Jerrod, that's all I have for construction.
All right. Thanks, Megan. Thanks, guys.